Hello, and we're back. Yet another conflict. This time playing as my son Damon, the Generous, since my father died of old age. We've got my son. I'm not sure if I showed this all last time. I think we did. The AI married me to this chick, who is actually the daughter of the new Lord Paramount of Dawn. So it's not too bad of an alliance. It gives me an alliance with Dawn. My son's had a kid, Magor. Magor Bittersteel, not a bad name, I suppose. It's my grandson, who's like 0. Not much else going on. Got Miles Storm. One of my daughters is married to the Darkland, which gives me the alliance to Duskendale. This one is wed to the heir to the Rainwood, I believe. And currently, we're in a war for the Iron Throne. Again. This one for Lord Rhaegal's claims of the Iron Throne. Which is this chap. Who has Dark Sister, apparently. But yeah, they've got the Reach, the High Septum, a bunch of minor lords, mainly in Dawn and whatnot, on their side. And we have us, basically. And I control a very impressive-sized army. I leave the Liege loyalists just because I don't want to be dragged into any wars on purpose. Hopefully my mother will die soon and I'll inherit the crown lands. Sounds a bit evil, but there you go. And not crown lands, fucking storm lands. Whoa. What happened here? Let's declare the second Reachman independence. There's the Young, that's Yornwood. Huh. We won. Alright. Okay, so yeah, the Yornwood guys were the ones that started the war, not the Tyrells. So he was captured. He executed the High Septon. That's gonna be not get you too many fucking brownie mugs, is it? Yeah, he captured the Lord of Yornwood, and in doing so, ended the war really fucking quickly. Which is fine. We'll go deal with the Reachmen now. It seems like in every single conflict ever, the Reachmen are always against the Iron Throne. Every fucking time. You'd think someone would just rip them of their title. And we put the Florence on the throne in the first place. I'd make the Hightowers the new Lord Paramount since they've just joined us. We definitely need to get rid of the Florence. If you're at all fucking smart. I have another daughter. I acknowledge all my bastard daughters. What are you doing? Attacking in revolt against the rule of Queen Susan. I shall support the throne. Yes, I'll go against my own mother. That's what's happening here. Yeah, we'll charge in there. They've got half morale. And hopefully some of my friendly forces will show up and help. Yeah, they already have. We've got 19k against them. That's fine. That is a victory in the bag. Get out all that nutrition. She's crowned herself. We really need to deal with these morons quickly so we can go just deal with our idiotic mother. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. That battle is in their favour. So they're going to defeat my mother's forces. That's good. Hopefully he doesn't strip her of her title. He just kills her or something. Again, evil. But she shouldn't have attacked the Iron Throne in the fucking first place. I'm thinking of getting Miles here. Into the Kingsguard if he shows any fucking decency with a sword. I'm alive. I almost captured High Garden, which will put us into the 100%, and then we should win. Not entirely sure how it's slowly getting in her favour, but there you go. I kind of don't want to siege Storm's End because it will give this sacked thing to it. And I'm going to inherit it pretty fucking soon, so... Just die already, bitch. Kid's inherited his, yeah, we'll give him Viserys, sure. I don't mind. Maegor's gonna inherit anyway. Okay, guys, my mother has sent me a raven, asking me to come fight for her in a trial by combat. I'm half tempted to say no to the crazy bitch. But, she is still my mother. I have to fight the king? My own brother. This could... We're kind of evenly matched. Only I'm a knight. Ah, shit. I killed my brother. Crawls to the ground, lifeless. You wipe his blood from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. On the bright side, they had a son, Rhaegar, by the end of it all. And my kid had another son as well, which we'll name Durin after the king that I just killed. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back after quite a few years, actually, and I'll keep you up to speed in a moment with what you've missed. But for the first time in, like, ever, I've actually got a dragon egg. This ambition has never got me shit in the past. Usually it just sits there and does absolutely nothing. But it's 800 gold. We are swimming in cash right now. Since we're getting a lot of income from Sunspear and everywhere else which we've got. So, yes, I'm having that. Thank you very much. Try and see if we can hatch that later. But anyway, I'll keep you up to speed with what you've missed. I think when we last started, we were playing as the Kingslayer, Daemon. He died from illness after being maimed, and he was disfigured during a tourney. Well, he was maimed and then disfigured during, you know. He went through a series of accidents through a bunch of tourneys and then died, and he was old as well. He died after his eldest son, however. His eldest son died in a trial by combat against this guy. It was some Stormlord that called him into as his champion or something, but somehow he died. It was a bit stupid. The guy was a skilled fighter, so it was a risky move by me letting my heir do it. But to be honest, I kind of wanted him dead so that I could play as Maegor. And when playing as Maegor, who inherited Dawn, I inherited both the Stormlands and Dawn itself. So we now control all this, and Maegor is a brilliant-ass commander that I've got him up to be. Formidable fight. Not the greatest commander, but the rest of his traits is fucking sweet. He's got one son, named after his father. He's the heir to the Stormlands and everything else. He's pretty decent so far. Hopefully he's going to get the formidable fighter as well. We've married him to the sister of the current king. Yeah. Or the current, not the current king, the future king. The Prince Rhaegar. Who's also actually, he's probably going to be the best king that we've had so far. And we've got another Rhaegar that's going to take over afterwards. And he's married to his sister as well. My brother, Durin, is Sir Durin of the Kingsguard, formidable fighter. He's been pretty good. I mean, hell, we've made a lot of friends as well at a feast. We made like 20. There was another one member of our guys in the Kingsguard. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but Sir Aegor's been in the Kingsguard for longer than them as well. My grandfather's bastard, Miles, I've given Summerhall, and we've given him a cadet branch called Blacksteel, which is just a black horse in a field of red. Which is basically the Blackfire colours, but with the Bracken horse. With the Blacksteel, Bittersteel horse, and change it to Blacksteel. Which I think is fitting. And it removes the fucking Summerhall. I'm getting my words all fucking screwed up, aren't I? Yeah. But anyway, that's the basic overhaul of what happens. The previous character died of his illness and various wounds. My guy's Maegor's father died in a duel, fighting in single combat, and now Maegor's inherited the Dawn as well as all the Stormlands. And his son's almost of age, and he was and will be betrothed to this girl. In theory. Yeah. It was already done, but apparently it wasn't a minute ago. But that gives us, fifth ambition. Yeah, that gives us, once the betrothal is accepted, a strong claim to the Reach and a strong claim to the Riverlands. Which reminds me of another thing I need to remind you of. Decided to accept your suggestion. Yes, thank you. Reminds me of another thing that I need to remind you of. The Reach has got the Veil, and the Reach is going to inherit the Stormlands as well. Yes. The Reach is becoming distinctively powerful, which is odd considering that the Florents have a constant and long history of siding against the throne, constantly, like every single conflict that I've ever had. But yeah, there's not much to do now, really. I suppose the first thing we do while we wait for my son to come of age and for the War of the Reach is probably go on a little journey to try and hatch the dragon egg, I guess. And, yeah, we'll skip forward to each individual little lore event that we have for the dragon egg. Our first piece of dragon lore, after visiting Old Town, during your stay at the Citadel, a book catches your eye. A book catches your eye. The cover is richly decorated with a dragon imagery, and the title reads Blood and Fire. You decide to take it with you. Okay, made our way to King's Landing. I tried to stop off at the Field of Fire, but it didn't seem to trigger for some reason. I'll try again, but we'll see. While on King's Landing, visit the Dragon Pit, where once the beasts of old Valyria were bred. The great pits and crumbling walls fill your mind with fantasies. If only the dragons still lived. What if there's still life in the old stones after all? Hey guys, I got a 2-for-1. I got an examining my dragon egg and Harrenhal at the same time. One evening you examine your dragon egg and you are perhaps almost sure it's emanating heat, practically responding to my touch, and will soon reveal its secret. I will reveal it. And when moving past the gates of Harrenhal, you noticed a black melted stone. There was only one thing that warped to melt those walls: dragonfire. Well, it's not the Field of Fire, which everyone on the internet tells me is in Hammerhall, which it doesn't appear to be. I don't know what the hell the cause of that is. But we've won the tourney at King's Landing, and I'm naming my wife, the sister of the king, as my Queen of Love and Beauty. I figured that's worth mentioning, right? Is it? I don't know. But she is what she is. On Dragonstone, you notice a strong stone dragons. Stupid idiot, fucking stupid soul. Stone dragons, as in stone, not strong. Stupid. On the walls of the old castle, one of those stone beasts come to life and fly the skies with fire once again. Fill the skies with fire. Behind the black wall of old Volantis dwells some of the few remaining nobles of Valyrian blood. You talk and feast with many of them, trying to extract as much knowledge of the tales of dragons of the Freehold as you can, in an effort to understand how they were bred. Hopefully it shall be useful. In my utterly insane quest to hatch the dragon egg, which could be completely impossible for all my character knows, he sailed directly into the middle of Valyria because he's completely nuts. So I can see it is dangerous to sail, rumoured to be haunted by demons and infested waters with krakens. The strength was ripped asunder by the doom of Valyria. Now, most sane people don't sail here. 95% are getting disfigured, and well, I will get the lunatic, because I'm crazy. 3% chance of prestige, gold. Yeah. Well, I got disfigured, but I did not get lunatic. It's a nice trade, I suppose. The disfigured thing ain't too bad. Anyway. Also got Valyrian knowledge, which is what we came here for in the first place. You have braved the smoking sea, where many ships have gone and not come back. You've seen for yourself the great fires that ripped old Valyria asunder and vanquished most of their dragons. Maybe if I could replicate such intense heat. You have arrived at the fields of old Yes, whatever, fuck it. At the old ruined place. A place where the Valyrian Freehold of old smashed the Gisharai Empire? Meh. With its dragons, raising all ghosts to the ground, the fields were stars with salt and sulphur and skulls, and even today the land is barren. Kings and emperors will fear me also. The ancient city of Ashai is famed for its knowledge of the arcane, and some dragons still yet live in the mountains of the Shadowlands, allegedly. It does say, some say. I keep reading the... You speak with many mages as you can about the dragon lore. Hopefully it shall be useful. And lo and behold, we have succeeded. Fire and blood. The time has come. Have I gathered enough knowledge to be able to hatch the dragon from the egg? No one will be able to stand against me. Okay, guys, we've got our dragon, and we've got our badassness, but I'm thinking, if we can avoid the war altogether, since I'm sort of swimming in cash, getting like 12, almost 13 for paying so much monthly expense, but still, I'm swimming in cash, so, all I need to do is for the Lord Paramount of the Reach to suddenly die, in which case, my grandson inherits the Reach, the Riverlands, and the Vale. If I do it by war, I can't claim all of them at once. Unless I was to capture him, in which case I suppose I could execute him, and then at that point my grandson would inherit. But I'm thinking, just like off the bat, they might not even accept. But we'll see if the Faceless Man will name your price. See if we can convince a Faceless Man to assist. If we can wipe him out without any connection to us, then we look like we'll legally inherit pretty much all of Westeros. I mean, look at all that. It's ridiculous. Assuming, of course, that the Faceless Men accept my contract. Which they could not. If it's money, then money's not an issue. Or I could duel him. We'll offer to duel him. A bit of a dodgy way to inherit all of Westeros. But I defeated him in a duel, he yields, and then suddenly, no, you self-serving false knight. I kill him, and my grandson inherits the Reach, the Riverlands, the Vale, the High Shovel Lordship of Riverrun, and the High Lordship of Highgarden. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it. We get dishonorable, but and we piss off like his entire family. But in killing him, my grandson inherits everything. Bang! Lord Paramount crumbles to the floor, lifeless. You wipe the blood from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. Valor Morghulis. Fight is over and you've won. Victory is mine. And suddenly, my grandson is Lord Paramount of all of the Florence previous holdings. Your duel against Lord Paramount Titus, I'm gonna sort of Titus, yeah. Titus has reached an end. The fight was a fierce from the start, and the sounds of metal clashing against overtook the murmurs of the crowd watching the fight. The fight raged on for a while, with no clear advantage to either, nor you nor your opponent, until you managed to parry Lord Paramount's blade and deliver a powerful finishing blow against his defenseless body. He was slain by your hand. I walk away the victor. Yeah, sure. Because of your feats and ability to beat normal man down the brawl, people from all over the land have begun to notice that you have somebody you don't want to pick a fight with. Most definitely. But there you go. With one single swoop of my sword, I have secured the Bittersteel's domain over basically everything in Westeros. To the point where we'll basically be kings, but we'll keep the Blackfires on the throne, I suppose. Or maybe we'll overthrow them. I think since we have a dragon, I think our ambition is to now take the Iron Throne, basically. You'd think. And I can do it, too. I can claim the Iron Throne for my heir. And what are the chances that his son doesn't join in? But we'll see. We'll jump ahead to some action, but that pretty much secures... Well, it secures all of the Reach, all of the Riverlands, all of the Vale, most of the Crown Lands. The North is still just kicking it in the North, and the Greyjoys have done absolutely nothing throughout this entire series. All that remains is the West, which is being slowly depleted and having its lands nibbled away at it from the Reach for ages. But yeah, we'll skip ahead, and there you go. That's how the end of the Florence was a Bittersteel blade, and Maegor the Ambitious, as he will become to known, or Maegor the Dishonourable in the eyes of his enemies, I imagine. Was, yeah, killed his enemy in a duel, and then his grandson inherited, pretty much granting Bittersteel control of all of Westeros. But we'll jump ahead to some action, which will probably be us taking the Iron Throne and securing our position like that. Because really, at this point, why do we need the Blackfires? Other than, I suppose, we could use them as puppets. Just keep them as our puppets on the Iron Throne, I guess. We'll see. That's all for now, anyway. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, and we're playing as Lord Paramount Jacelyn the Just, who controls all this. I'm not sure how much we showed you last time around. But Maegor died of his grievous disfigurements that he got. And we've hatched our dragons, and our dragons have come of full age and whatnot. Well, not full age, but he's of age to be rided. Zerael or Zerael or whatever, I don't know. It's sort of like a dark purple dragon, which is pretty sweet. And the dark purple dragon has had a kid from a dragon egg, which I gave to my son Aegon, who's the Lord Paramount of the Reach, fucking Riverlands, and pretty much everything. And he has got that dragon. He's more diplomatic than his father, but he's a formidable fighter all the same. He's a suspected bastard, but he's got the eyes and hair of his father, so I'm pretty sure that's a load of bollocks. He's betrothed, or actually wed, to a Florent girl to secure his claim to the Reach. And as it stands right now, I thought to myself, we can either end the series right now as it is, and just say that the Bittersteels continued being basically the power behind the throne, keeping the Blackfires on the throne purely because, really, the Blackfires as it stands only are Blackfires via the female line. They're Bittersteels through the male line. Hell, he's my uncle and everything. But the thing is that the Blackfires don't have any dragons. And I mean, King Rhaegar is a skilled commander. He's a genius. He's got Blackfire and a skilled fighter. He's a decent king. The Bittersteels don't have anything against the Blackfires. But the thing is, we're both dragon riders. We have dragons. We've brought dragons back to Westeros. We have just as much claim to the Iron Throne as the rest of them, and we control most of Westeros as it is. So, Jacelyn and his son Aegon have decided, yeah, we're taking the Iron Throne. We demanded the installment of our claim. He really naturally refused, and it's come down to this now, which is just us fighting each other. The Reach, everything's summoned. Basically, everyone has turned against us. Well, not really. Everyone's sided with the Iron Throne, which is basically the north and what's left of the west. And that is about it. So yeah, let's do this. We should be able to completely annihilate our enemies relatively easily, I believe. Deploy our dragon. Dracarys. We imprisoned a Blackfire dude. The war should be relatively easily won. We vastly outnumber the enemy, and like I said, we have 2 dragons, they have none. Fence Fingers joined us. Send these guys on the King's Landing while the King Jacelyn deals with the rest of the Iron Throne's forces. Namely, we're going to take out King Rhaegar. Send in my dragon again. My kinsman, Bittersteel, the Lord Commander of the King's Guard, attempted to slay the dragon. Maegor Targaryen attempted to slay the dragon. And King Rhaegar attempted to slay my dragon, but he was beaten back by the flames and severely burned, and he died.